Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer, coming at the time of we are wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So today, in our elaborate explainer, we are dealing with Chapter 11, which deals with devolved government. Do you understand what is devolved government? Do you understand how counties came about? Do you understand how the law of the county operates? These things were not there. Some areas where you see a county, it used to be a municipal authority. It used to be a county council. It used to be a city council. What was the reason to bring something called devolution? Raila Odinga, who has died, has been regarded as the father of devolution. Was it a reaction because he lost to be a president? So he wanted power to move from Nairobi? Was it because under Kenyatta I, under Moi, everything was centralized in Nairobi? Every service of government was in Nairobi. Why is it that Kenyans decided to create what is called counties, where we have 47 counties, governors, 47 speakers, 47 parliaments? The answer is in Court Helicopter, Chapter 11 of the devolved government. Let us start. Article 174 provides for the objects of devolution. When in law we talk about the objects, we are giving the reasons as to why the law is there. So what are the reasons for creating a county government that was hived from the national government? Keep watching, keep following. Article 174 says, the objects of devolution of governments are: 1, to promote democratic and accountable exercise of power. That the democracy must be upheld at national and county level, but more so to bring to accountable exercise of power, where their counties are the ones to supervise exercise of power. Remember, when we talk about exercise of power is always in the hands of government officers. It is in the executive. So, how do you deal with the question of power at the county level? 2, to foster national unity by recognizing diversity. The other reason as to why the counties came in is to recognize diversity. We have 47 counties. Samburu County represents the diversity of culture. The Samburus can manage themselves. The Mbere people and the Tharaka people, because of their diversity, they can manage themselves. The Meru people can manage themselves. The Taita people can manage themselves. The Kisii people can manage themselves. That was the reason the county governments came in. 3rd, and this is the most important one, the reason why devolution came is in 174C. It says, to give powers of self-governance to the people and enhance the participation of the people in the exercise of the powers of the state and in making decisions affecting them. 1, to give power of self-governance to the people. The people are the ones to elect the governor. The people are the ones to elect the senator. The people are the ones to elect the MCA. So the people themselves now have power to elect the people they want. Self-governance. Wewe mwenyewe unajiendesha. Remember, the national government does not represent that. Number 2, the participation of people in the exercise of power. How do the people participate? At the ward level, people are participating. At the Senate level, people are participating. At the county level, people are participating. So that we remove the power from State House to the counties. That is Article 174C. D, it says the counties came because it was to recognize the right of communities to manage their own affairs and to further their development. The county people must manage their own affairs. For example, the Kajiado County is the one that has the Masai Mara National Park. They will manage that resource for themselves. The Kisii people will manage their soapstone. The Kitui people will manage their coal. The Kakamega people will manage their gold. The Taita people will manage their minerals that are there. The Mombasa people will manage their port. So this is the reason that whatever resources are found within the county, the owners of those people, of the owners of that county, must manage them. A part of the resources the national government has been taking, it must, a certain percentage must go to those people that are in those counties. E, to promote and protect the interests and rights of minorities and marginalized communities. Some of the people, when the nation was centralized, the marginalized communities, small tribes, small communities, they had no voice. But now, at the county level, they are supposed to have that voice. F, to promote social and economic development and the provision of proximate, easily accessible services throughout Kenya. It is devolution of national services to the people at the county. That is why every county government has a high court now in place. Every ward or every sub-county has a court there, has a police station there, has an Huduma center there. It is bringing the services to the people. Services like registration of national IDs, services as registration of birth certificates, services like hospitals. All these things were to be removed from Nairobi to come to the counties so that you can transact all your businesses. You don't need to come to Nairobi. KRA must be at every county level. It must move down. So we carried what was in Nairobi originally when everybody was coming to Nairobi to transact everything back there. The universities were only in Nairobi. Now every county has a university to deal with issues around that place. G, to ensure an equitable sharing of the national and local resources throughout Kenya and to facilitate the decentralization of state organs, their functions and services from the capital city of Nairobi. And lastly, I, to enhance checks and balances and the separation of powers. So this was the reason as to why devolution came about. Very many people do not understand that. The separation of power, there is the national government created, and we have the president and the cabinet at the national level. We have also the governor and the cabinet and the parliament at the county level. That the county is distinct from the national level. Parliament of the national government makes legislation for the national, but the bylaws of Bungoma County deal with issues specific to Bungoma. The bylaws of Nyamira County Assembly, they deal with issues that are there, so that governance can be dealt with specifically to the way the people sees. Then, what are the principles that the Constitution provides the principles of devolved government in Article 175. It says the county governments that are established under this Constitution shall reflect the following principles. 1. It shall be based on democratic principles and the separation of power. Democratic principles is that all leaders of a county are elected. The leadership is of the MCA, the leadership of the senator, the leadership of the governor must be elected. Number 2, the county governments shall have reliable sources of revenue to enable them to govern and deliver services effectively. The licenses county government are supposed to be self-sustaining. They are not supposed to wait for the national government to give them money. That is why the county government can issue licenses. Whenever you want to do any business in each county, you pay. The parking fees is for that county government. The licenses for any type of business are for that county. Regulation of the noise and advertisement is for that county. So every county, that's why you see Mama Mboga in every shopping place. The county government comes and collects cess. Everything that leaves the county must be taxed. That money is what is supposed to run government. So that if a county government does not generate its own revenue, then that county government can close shop. So don't be mad. For those ones who are going to Christmas, you are stopping somewhere buying a banana, then you see that banana is being taxed by the county government of that place. C, it says all members of the representative bodies, that is the county assembly members, two-thirds gender rule. The MCAs must represent the two-thirds gender rule. That's what we did. So let us go to the county governments now themselves. Article 176 provides that there shall be a county government for each county, consisting of a county assembly and county executive. Every county must have a county executive and a county assembly. The county executive is about the governor, the deputy governor, and the cabinet ministers of the county. The assembly shall be the speaker, elected MCAs, and the nominated MCA. 2, every county government shall decentralize its functions and the provisions of its services to the extent that it is efficient and practicable to do. The county government must decentralize from the county headquarters to the constituency level, what is called sub-county level, to the wards, what is called the ward level, and lastly to the village level. So the county government must continue also being devolved. That is as per Article 176. Then in Article 177, it talks about the county assembly. County assembly members will be elected during being the second Tuesday of August in every 5th year, just like the MPs, just like the president. The county assembly will also have a speaker. The procedures are there. In Article 178, they provide how the speaker shall be elected. The speaker of the county assembly shall also be elected like the speaker of the National Assembly or on the Senate. Article 179 provides for the county executive committees. This is the cabinet now. Every county government has a person called a county executive committee. These ones will consist of the governor, the deputy county governor, and the members appointed by the county governor with approval of the county assembly. So the governor will nominate the names, The names will go to county assembly for vetting and for approval. Then it provides that the number of members appointed in B, 10 if the assembly has 30 or more members. If a county assembly has, it says, 1/3 of the number of members of the county assembly, if the assembly has less than 30 members. Remember, we dealt with the executive and we said the president cannot appoint more than 22 cabinet members. Under the County Assembly Act, the Constitution, no county government can appoint more than 10 cabinet county executive members. So the maximum a governor can have as cabinet are put at 10. Then it proceeds to, how do we elect the governor and the county deputy governor? Article 180 provides that the governor shall be elected just like the way the president is elected. One must present himself to contest for the seat of a governor. The deputy, he must nominate his deputy governor. They go to the ballot. They win 50+1. Then they are sworn in a public place, just like the president is sworn in. Then we have the removal of the governor. The governor can be removed from office by the following ways. He can be impeached under Article 181, and he can, the reasons are the same like the president, violation of the Constitution or gross misconduct. 2, the governor can be impeached by the county assembly. The process of impeachment is the same as what we did under the president. Once the governor has been impeached by the county assembly, the impeachment goes to the Senate. If the Senate approves that the governor must go, the governor can only challenge that in the High Court. And if he does not survive in the High Court, the governor loses the seat. If the governor loses the seat, the deputy takes over the remainder of the term. So it is as it is in the national issue. Number 2, the governor can also be removed if he is medically incapacitated. That is Article 182, the same procedure as the president. Or the governor can resign and he can leave office. Then we have, what is the functions of the County Executive Committee? Remember, the County Executive Committee, those are the people called CECs, the cabinet of the county. They are the people who implement county legislation, and they implement within the county national legislation as it is. They manage and coordinate the functions of the county administration. So they are like the cabinet of the national government. Under the county government, we have urban areas and cities. Urban areas and cities, the county governments are supposed to create urban areas and cities. The criteria is provided for there. Within the county, you can separate urban areas and cities within the county government. Under 185, we have the legislative aspect of the county assembly. This is vested in the county assembly. The county assembly has members who have been elected from an elections, and they become members of the county assembly. That brings us to the end of the first episode on the county government. Wakili Danstan Omari bringing it to you live as you get it, that county governments are constitutional creatures. They were created by this constitution, and their mandate and functions are provided for that. Wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Wakili Danstan Omari from Court Helicopter News.